You are and the names you known by, brother.
Well, my birth name is Michael Chambers. You know, old school, my neighborhood growing up, because I was always a big guy, they used to call me Big Mike or Big MC. Most people still call me Big Mike or Big MC, which changed in the 80s. I'll get to that later. I started out being a dancer back in the day, you know what I'm saying, breakdancing and stuff, like 84. I've been DJing since 1980. Started out with the pause mixes, and then progressed. I hooked up with my boy Tim Long, and we got me on the turntables. And then rest is history. You know, later on, I hooked up with guys I grew up with: Leonard Robinson, Curtis Riley, and Alden Hughes, and we formed Capital Sax. You know, and that was probably about '86. You know, and then '87 we started recording at Joe Caper studio, you know, which all of us from the town, we went through Joe Caper's studio, and we recorded our first single in '88, released it in '89, two-timing and Get Into It, under the TCAP label, TCAP Productions, which later switched to TCAP Music. We ended up signing Dangerous Dame and Father Dom also on that label, so we were the TCAP family, Capital Tax, Dangerous Dame, Father Dom officially. We had Nick Nack, who was about to do some things, you know, ended up being Dangerous Dame's baby mama, which they got a daughter who is a beast right now. Y'all might want to look at her. I'm sorry I can't remember her name, but after doing that record, start putting out a few more independent record labels, records rather. One of them being Earl, which is UnclMario. Here we're at UnclMario Studio. He happened to call me in the middle of a session with Gino, and they were recording Righteous Black Gorillas. And someone, I guess, told him, you know, well, call Big Mike. You know, he'll come with the SP1200 and just add a little more hip hop vibe to it. Gino was more of a R&B musician, you know, and I'm more of the boom bap samples and drum beats and loops, and so he wanted that element to it, so I got a little grimy with it, and they put out Earl's single, and later he produced Scary X and a couple others, Pooh Man and so forth. So yeah, Eddie. So we get a double. Earl's in the building. We put out his Righteous Black Gorillas album, you know, and I was a part of that. And then later on, of course, I did some stuff on Dangerous Dame's album with on Atlantic Records. Oh boy, I'm gonna be bad on the names. Forgive me, Dame. Anyway, but yeah, my credits are on there on that Atlantic record. And then I also hooked up with one of my close friends, Terry T. Butler, who's one of the producers for Destiny's Child, and did some stuff with Tony. And we did something on Rap A Lot Records with Seagram, Souls on Ice album. So the beat bop, I did the 1 to the 2 beat for Seagram on that Rap A Lot Records album. Unfortunately, my credits aren't on there because he passed away before it was released. Right when we finished recording it, Terry pretty much produced most of the album. I co-produced that one song with him, and I think Tone Capone produced one with Scarface. Shout out to my homie Tone Capone, who's also out here in Vegas now. And so I got back into my DJing, and because, you know, after being a producer, you know, I don't know, my head got, oh, I'm a producer now, but I forgot my roots, which was my DJing. So I went back to my DJing because I wasn't feeling complete, and which led me to Vegas, which is, I felt, a DJ mecca. So unfortunately, when I came out here in 2010, you know, we had the crash in 2008. And, you know, a lot of the jobs are drying up, things were changing, the market was changing. And so I kind of just went independent, went back mom and pops, a lot of private parties and hires and traveling a little bit, doing things. But now I'm here at, as you can see, Earl's, UnclMario Studio, and we're planning to. We got so much stuff going with he got the podcast room built. You know, it's amazing that a lot of the guys here are Oakland based or been through Oakland or lived, and we're all from the same neighborhood too. The 41st, Rosedale, 38 area. You know, it's pretty amazing. So it makes me feel like it's supposed to happen. So, and I'm just rolling with that. I'm feeling that energy, and then I know Earl. You know, he's always been a straight up cool dude with me. So I'm rolling with him. Plus, you know, a lot of cats that I've met down here I haven't been too comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? But I already know him. He knows me. And so when Gino passed, he reached out to me because I'm probably one of the few people that he was comfortable with, you know, and Earl is the type he's only gonna deal with you if he's comfortable. And so, you know, I'm honored to be a part of this project here, and so add my element to it, because we got a lot of really talented musicians that are here. You know, sometimes it's a little intimidating. I'm like, wow, okay, but then I was like, I gotta bring what I bring, which is that hip hop element, you know, and my history with that, you know, and so here we are. You know.
And we really appreciate you. We're looking forward to making a new saga in this new history, man.
Yes, sir.
We ain't done yet.
Not
we
done.
Might be a little older.
Might look
seasoned. We like fine wine. We get better with time.
That's right. Little older, but like you said, like fine wine, we get better with time. This is just part 2. You know, what we did back then, you know, I mean, that was just a shortcut, but, you know, it's a whole new thing about to happen. You know, and I'm trying not to get left behind with the youngsters. You know what I'm saying? The youngsters, they move fast. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn and hang with them. So now they're teachers. They're teaching me stuff. So I'm picking up game from them. And then just incorporating some of my old school flavor with what they're doing. Yeah.
Old school, new school, it's all a learning experience.
Yeah.
For it's a journey. It ain't a destination.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you, man.